story I'm going to tell you is a traditional story from Wales. It's how the Bronrhydden, the little robin, got his red breast. The young mother had to go into work that day. It was meant to be her day off, but she had to go in. Who was going to take care of her little boy? His father, her partner, had left home many years ago, leaving them alone. It would have to be her mother, his nan, and that was a testy relationship at the best of times. When she told him, oh, did he scowl? Do I have to, ma'am? He said. Rather stay at home. Be all right on my own. I don't want to go to Nan's. Dead boring it is there. But in the end, he went. But on arriving at Nan's, calamity. His mam had only forgotten to pack his football. So what was he going to do now? Well, I can't go back now, she said. I'll be late for work. Well, you'll find something to do. I'll see you later. And she kissed him on the cheek and she was gone. His nan tried to bribe him. Going to make some pies this evening for tea. I need some help in the kitchen, rolling out the pastry. Think you can come and help me? No, he scowled, and he stamped out of the kitchen, out of the cottage, up the back path, into the back garden, and there he threw himself onto the grass, picked up a stick, and began to jab, poke, and stab at the ground, face in hand. Not fair, he said. Really boring here at Nan's. Would have been all right at home. Oh, it's not fair. Watching him from the hedge was a little red-breasted robin, black beady eyes, interested as he poked and jabbed and stabbed at the ground, because with each movement it was dislodging all those delicious succulent little grubs from the soil. There was a flash of red in front of the little boy's eyes. He looked up as the bird dipped and flitted and darted through the air and then landed a little way from him, looking at him with a black, beady eye. The little boy smiled. He came to an idea, began to fumble around the grass next to him, and very soon his fingers smoothed over the smoothness of a pebble. He dug out of the ground, and still with his eyes on that bird's gaze, he carefully raised the pebble to the level of his head and threw it. The pebble missed the bird as it shot up into the air, dipped, flitted, and darted in front of his eyes, and landed a little further away, still looking at him with a black, beady eye. The little boy was ready. The pebble was poised. It's just about ready to throw it when, from behind him, he heard, "Drop that now, young man, and come here, in this instance." Oh, it was his nan's. He dropped the pebble. He rolled over on his back. Oh, there, standing in front of him, on the garden path, eyes blazing, hands on hip, was his nan. "Come here, young man," she said. He got up his feet slowly, dusting off the dirt and the grass from his trousers. He looked up at his nan and said, "What have I done, Nan? What's wrong?" "Oh," she said, shaking her head. "Oh, how could you be so cruel to that brave little bird? Do you know what they do for the likes of you and me and all those poor sinners down in hell?" He looked up at her. Eyes were wide. "No, Nan, what do they do?" "Oh, every morning at the crack of dawn, they swoop down over the meadows, gathering up the morning dew in their beaks, and then they fly down through the cracks in the earth, down, 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 until they reach the very doors of hell itself, where the devil lives and all those poor sinners. So the little birds fly up over the hellish fires, and then they begin to circle overhead, over the heads of all those poor sinners who down below are in agony as those hellish flames lick and burn around their bodies. Then, as they raise their heads, the little birds swoop down and drop a little bit of morning dew between their parched lips. bringing relief to those poor tormented sinners. But, said his Nan, it's on the journey back to the earth above that the devil makes mischief. He stokes up those hellish fires because the devil does not like acts of kindness. And as the little birds fly out of hell, those hellish fires scorch their little breast feathers a bright fiery red. Oh, those brave little birds, my boy. They have done this for you and me, those kind little birds, and all those poor sinners down in hell. Now, she said, the devil makes work for idle hands. I need some help in the kitchen. I want you to come with me. But I need a little bit of help, she said. I'm making a chocolate cake, and I think you might like to stir the bowl for me. She turned, walked up the garden path, back into the cottage, followed by her little grandson, full of terrible remorse. But he helped his Nan make that chocolate cake, and he licked the bowl too, and he had a rather grand time with her because she told him stories of when she was growing up as a child. And after that, the little boy was never ever cruel to any more Bruntrians or any more birds at that. The end.